All right, boom. Normally I'd play this little bit here, but you know what? I'm going to read it myself. Purely because it'd be easier for you viewers rather than obviously having to watch the screen and obviously trying to read it, considering the speed of the video. But either way though, as you can see right here, right now, we're in this little situation here where we've got Jeymi having a conversation with her friends. And it does say right here, when Jeymi told me that Kris had to leave one day before the wedding, I thought she's running away from Jeymi. And it's crazy though, because why would he actually think that? Well, that is something that we are about to break down. So where do we go from here? Because here's the thing, you see, we know that when it comes to Kris is someone that has already had 2 marriages. And out of those 2 marriages, you know, Kris, I believe, is the one that's actually walked away. And it's crazy because Kris is obviously in a situation where she has kids, 2 kids for that matter. And this woman actually left her kids with her parents for her to move all the way to Colombia to be with someone. It's bizarre. But either way, though, let's focus on the track record. Kris has a track record of not sticking around in relationships for a long time, because even the marriages didn't last that long. But also at the same time though, let's also look at the track record within her relationship with Jeymi. We know that there have been times when Kris has ghosted Jeymi, and of course in those moments when ghosting has happened, it is still here or there whether or not Jeymi went and cheated or but we know that she has a history. So given the fact that she has a history of also ghosting Jeymi, am I surprised that the friends are a bit like, isn't it a bit suspect that Kris wants to leave a day before the wedding? Because it's not like she hasn't had this type of behavior before. And to be fair, for me, myself in particular, I'm one of these strong believers that do not ignore any of the signs in front of you. If a sign tells you something, keep a hold of it. If it happens again, wake up. Happens that 3rd time. If you want to wait that 3rd time, get the hell out of there. Obviously, these signs will appear to you in different forms, but they all have the same meaning, right? You get out. So to be honest with you, I'm not surprised about the paranoia. And to be honest with you, do I believe that Kris is potentially leaving because of burglary, you know, because of a bike that went missing or whatever nonsense? Here's the question. If Kris knew about this whole situation, then why did she even make the move in the first place? I mean, to be honest with you, I don't even know why Kris can't wait to get married first and then maybe go back to Alabama. What's the rush? Everything about Kris just never adds up. And that is always going to be the biggest issue with Kris. Hey, let's continue the rest of this little scene here. She doesn't want to commit. She doesn't want to be with her. When she met her, something happened. And she's like, I'm regretting it. I mean, listen, to be honest with you, there is a chance, a possible chance that maybe these are the things going through Kris's mind. Maybe she's regretting it. Maybe there is something about Jeymi that she doesn't like. I mean, listen, let's look at it this way. Kris also came out with the assumption or the madness of saying that Kris was that Jeymi was too needy. Like, you know what the thing is though, right? Since Kris has gone over to Colombia here, Jeymi has done her best to bend over backwards for Kris's needs. And when I say that, what I mean is she's allowed Kris to go out and buy a knife for protection. You know what I mean? She's obviously even catered to getting a doctor to come in and help Kris when Kris obviously was going through the situation where she couldn't really move and whatnot, and she was going through severe pain. You know, also on top of that, and this is a key one. She also had accommodation ready for her and Kris. And the reason why it's a key one is because sometimes in some of these couples, some of them end up living with that person's family. Sometimes those people end up having to rent a hotel XYZ, and then that hotel is then paid by the American, not necessarily the person, not necessarily the person who's providing it. For example, you know, Johan and what's her name again? And Danielle, of course, in the season of Love and Paradise, when of course she was paying everything. So to be honest with you, if you ask me, Jeymi has pretty much done quite a few good things, to be honest with you, for Kris to want to stay. But Kris is obviously someone that's quite a complex person. And to be honest with you, Lord knows what goes through her mind, because the craziest thing about Kris is that the very first episode, in fact, you know what? Let me see if I can find it and I'll pull it up for you real quick as a reference. Can we just process that when we first met Kris, you know, would you ever guessed that this person who's bouncy, jumpy, the whole shebang,
no.
had any problems whatsoever when it comes to pain? Now, this is not me, you know, contesting or challenging that she is a liar when it comes to, you know, obviously her narcolepsy. That is what it's called, right? I do apologize if I got it wrong. I'm not saying it's not the case, but it's just interesting how Kris can go from 0 to 100 real quick in any direction. And again, I'm not contesting again. I'm not saying that's not a thing, right? It's just that when you watch Kris more, things she does just start to feel more staged than genuine. I mean, to be honest with you, on Reddit, people are out here thinking, throwing accusations and saying that people generally believe that Kris's pain isn't exactly the way she describes. Some people believe that she is just addicted to the potential of drugs, you know, something like a morphine, any type of painkiller, whatever. And people generally believe that maybe she uses, you know, her condition has like an excuse or a reason to just always be on this, on the medication, pretty much in a nutshell. And to be fair, that's a good question, to be fair. Has she been able to take the medication that she needed with her to Colombia, which I'd imagine so, but at the same time that she ran out? I don't know, what's going on here? Is she unable to get the same amount of medication? That I can't really say, because obviously we haven't really seen that on screen, but you never know. She might be just wanting to go back because she wants to get the next dosage of whatever the hell she takes. You never know, Kris. Kris is unpredictable. And I think, to be honest with you, anyone that's predictable, stay far away from me. I don't like unpredictability because that is not safe. Kris is someone that is not safe realistically to be around. She likes knives, but yet she can easily fall asleep at any given time and legit forget things because she spoke about having a memory loss as well. In that moment in time, it's a madness. But let's continue. My apologies, had myself on mute there. I need to go back to Alabama again and say, but what? You arrived a few days ago. I mean, you arrived in a few days. It is crazy though, because given the fact that Kris only arrived a few days ago and already she's going back to Alabama. I'm trying to believe her, but it's difficult. At the end of the day, man, listen, Jeymi, it's your choice if you want to continue being in a relationship with Kris, which clearly she obviously does, because this isn't the first time Kris has done behavior that's quite questionable. To be honest, if someone ghosted me for a whole month, I don't give a damn what reason you give me why he ghosted me. I'm not talking to you. Like, we're done out here. In that month, I was out there doing my own thing, exploring life. But then at the same time, in that month, I could have been completely depressed thinking, what the hell happened? Why did you ghost me for? Because when somebody gets ghosted, it affects people in so many different ways. Some people, literally, it just tears them down. Puts them in a hole, in a dark hole, you know, and it takes them a while to get out of it. Some people like, wow, well, there's more fish in the sea. That's more me. But hey, man, listen, at the end of the day, I'm just doing my best to try to break down the situation here with Kris and Jeymi, and also just how Kris is a very complicated woman who has a lot of loopholes in just anything that she says and does. And also at the same time, just pretty much exposing things that other people are saying on Reddit, you know what I mean, as well as obviously on social media platforms, you know, about the fact that people are under the influence that Kris may just be behaving a certain way just for certain things. Again, I cannot confirm if these things are necessarily true, because of course I'm no expert in terms of, you know, obviously Kris's needs and XYZ. But at the end of the day, I am an expert at watching 90 Day Fiancé and cracking the code and seeing what the hell is going on and giving you guys those opinions, you know what I mean? But hey, let me know exactly what you're thinking down below. Do you think that Kris going back to Alabama is a genuine thing, or do you think that she's just trying to run away from Jeymi, given the fact that Kris had only arrived a few days ago and she's already looking to bounce, and most importantly, she wants to bounce a day before they were meant to be getting married? Let me know what you would do. But hey, don't forget to like, sub, and of course, peace.